This One's Wife. Another sneak peek. The idiocy is strong. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. On the eve of the arrival of This One's Wife's banal cookery show, we have been treated, and I use that word in its most elastic sense, to another sneak peek of what the cookery show will provide. As I've explained before, Netflix has not bothered to promote this series because it doesn't believe in it. Its failure to provide any kind of promotional heft tells us everything you need to know about what they think about this series. And This One's Wife once again turning to Instagram, the lure of social media proving irresistible, as I told you that it would. We get another story posted by her. Now, there are many chefs that you can name from different countries, known for different types of cuisine. You will have your favourites. The concept of the celebrity chef has risen in recent years, where they've appeared on television, participating in telling you all about their own recipes, perhaps being involved in shows where there are amateur cooks involved, amateur chefs. Hell's Kitchen, for instance, with Gordon Ramsay. In Britain, we have MasterChef. There'll be derivations of that in your own countries. Gordon Ramsay, for instance, he's known for some of his dishes. For instance, his iconic beef Wellington, his sticky toffee pudding, and his lobster ravioli, to name but three of them. Consider Marco Pierre White. His signature dishes are his leek and langoustine terrine, oysters with tagliatelle, chicken chashur. He has come along and taken existing dishes and has created his own interpretation. These are chefs that are not only brilliant, but they started off their careers, as I've mentioned in other videos. They've learned their craft, they've worked hard at it, and they're reaping the rewards of it. Even, for instance, Delia Smith, who is a cook in the United Kingdom, who known more for her simpler recipes, a more homely character. She has a no-nonsense appeal and may not be as familiar to many people that get their foodie information from Instagram, but she's been around for years, and she has her own famous recipes in relation to pancakes, to scones, toad in the hole, pavlova, and Yorkshire pudding. But again, through talent, hard work, and experience, she has become a cultural food icon. She's been a mainstay of British television and bookshelves from the early 1970s into the 2000s. She has redefined British cuisine before even Jamie Oliver was old enough to work a toaster. There's just three chefs that have different approaches that are well known and are famous, and perhaps the most famous of them all with regard to showing ingenuity in the kitchen is Heston Blumenthal, who really took it to another level with his triple cooked chips, his bacon and egg ice cream, his snail porridge, his parsnip cereal, and he was one of the first chefs to use liquid nitrogen in cooking, including to keep green beans green and make ice cream tableside. Absolute food genius. So you have individuals such as that, and then along comes This One's Wife. We saw a sneak peek of her with Roy Choi, where she was just stood around adding vegetables to a dish. We've seen the trailer, which has shown her wandering around produce, pretending to tend to bees, but not actually doing any cooking. So, this latest sneak peek, is this going to demonstrate the culinary skills of This One's Wife? Well, as I mentioned, it's appeared on Instagram, and it goes something like this. It starts off with the introduction that we've seen before. I can't produce it for you in video form because of the copyright belonging to Netflix. But essentially, it has her talking about it being connecting with friends and shows her chinking drinks with a group of ladies. It also then shows or somebody slicing lemons, because that's revolutionary, putting ice in a jug, and then we have an overview of the sea against some cliffs. Not sure what that's got to do with cookery, but there we are. And then we're told, sneak peek. Is this the moment that we actually see this supposed domestic goddess demonstrating to the world her culinary skills? Well, this is what you get. I've taken the stills from the very short clip, and these stills are going to roll across the screen as I'm talking to you. It opens with this one's wife's hands, and we have what looks like some mango, some kiwi fruit, and some blueberries. And we're told, see where a rainbow is coming together here. Well, the last time I saw a rainbow, it consisted of light that was being diffused as a consequence of its passage through raindrops, with the consequence that I was able to see various colours of the spectrum. I didn't see any blueberries in the fucking sky, kiwi fruit or mangoes. But this one's wife continues as she masterfully arranges fruit by telling us, and you don't have to do a big platter of this. Thanks for that insight. It's absolutely revolutionary. She then moves on with the groundbreaking advice, you could do this with one small row, and with a complete absence of irony or any form of humour, she states, you can do this for your kids for breakfast, genuinely. And she tells us all of this with a straight face. I shit thee nay. No cooking again. She is fucking rearranging fruit. I mean, that's like me coming up to you and saying, I've put various types of bread in this basket. I'm going to call it bread basket. And everybody going, HG, you're a genius. Where did you get that from? Oh, just something that came to me. A moment of inspiration. Or here are a variety of cheeses and some crackers that I'm placing side by side. I'm going to call it a cheese board. Everybody gasps at the brilliance of the hospitality, the magnificent entertainment that's provided by putting crackers with cheese. It's rearranging things in rows. And this is what she is being paid fuck knows of many millions to create. It is an absolute travesty. There are plenty of talented chefs and cooks out there who would give their left ball or their left nipple for an opportunity to be as well known as this clown. And yet here she is, putting fruit in different rows and calling it a rainbow. I mean, Jesus Christ. Now, your glorious narrator has been in some interesting positions in his life. I have been subjected to abuse when I was a child. I have climbed things. I have experienced very hot temperatures, very cold temperatures. I've been subjected to severe physical pain. I've been involved in life-threatening situations. Can't go into the detail of it for reasons of protecting my identity. But take my word that I have experienced, shall we say, various extremes of physical endurance. But I genuinely question whether I will be able to watch this fucking program. I have stared death in the face on numerous occasions, and I can tell you now that is looking preferable to having to sit through and endure watching this moronic program of hers. Because if this is the sneak peek, you know when you get the trailers for a film, that's meant to get you going, oh yeah, that looks really good, I want to go and watch that. So it's highlighting the best bits, or it's creating an air of mystery so that you're intrigued, or it's showing off your favourite actor or actress. Oh, they're in it, aren't they? I love their work. This one's wife is shuffling fruit around, calling it a rainbow, and that's meant to tempt you to watch this. If this is the highlight of this programme, Lord knows what dross is going to be served up, what banality is going to be assaulting our eyes, combined with her breathy tones and irritating vocal fry. It is going to be an exercise in endurance, wading through this shite. This sneak peek, it's excruciatingly awful, and it only lasts a few seconds. And if, as I understand it, each episode's 30 minutes? Oh, I'll be wanting to off myself at the end of watching all of those things, just to make the boredom go away. As you know, for a narcissistic psychopath as myself, I have a low boredom threshold. That's why I seek stimulation. I think all I'm going to have to do is just take the piss again and again and again to get through this awfulness. This sneak peek just once again demonstrates the idiocy of this narcissist. I've always explained that she's not particularly bright, but thinking that rearranging fruit into a rainbow is some kind of groundbreaking creation, and that she tells us you can do this for your kids for breakfast, most people are thinking, Jesus Christ, it's all I can do to remember if they've done their homework and if they've got the things for their project. I'm not going to fan you around rearranging fruit on a platter. Here's your Weetabix and be done with it. Not only does she have no idea of what kids would want to eat for breakfast, and she has no comprehension of the time pressures that most people are under at breakfast time as they're trying to get 2 or 3 kids out of the door, organise for school, deal with the yapping dog, remember what their boss wanted them to bring something in, and to ensure that their husband has got a freshly ironed shirt or whatever else is being dealt with. Oh, but this one's wife, of course, flouncing around in a Monty Shit Show mansion with a staff and no real job and no actual commitments, thinks, yes, I know, make a rainbow, put it all together and you can do this for your kids for breakfast. And I'm telling you this because you've never ever thought of doing anything like this. Well, you're right about that, this one's wife. Nobody's thought about doing it because it's shite. Pure, unadulterated shite. This self-absorbed narcissist, once again coming out with her self-absorbed dross that she hasn't got the comprehension of realising that nobody is interested in it, other than to ridicule it. That she pumps out this short clip. It's less than a minute, and this is the best that she can offer. It does not augur well. I can imagine that this is just going to be one of the almost almighty television clusterfucks. You can share your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to go and do something evil to make me feel better. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.